Listen up, man. If you want all the gossip, all the gangbanging news, all the real politics, come to Smut Free TV.
Hottest in the streets, Smut Free TV, god damn. I know it, man, Smut Free TV, garbage ass nigga. The best in the streets and the hottest in the streets with your garbage ass. If you ain't tapped in, you're Rebecca!
Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Rockstar Report. It's your host, Rockstar 2800, the most hated, the most opinionated, the most underrated. You know the truth. Like, comment, subscribe right now to this channel. If you haven't already, become a member. Turn on your notifications, tap that bell, smash that like button, follow Smut Free TV on Instagram and TikTok. Hop in them comments. Why? Because every comment counts. And you know we got the hottest content in these internet streets. No cap. Alright, man, let's get into this. YG is the topic right now in these LA streets, man. Will YG go down for Drakeo The Ruler's murder? It's a lot of talk, man. It's a lot of chit chat. It's a lot of hearsay, right? But we actually hearing it from the horse's mouth. You feel me? If you don't remember, man, this all unraveled when Munchie B came in my room on Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? Running his mouth, getting into it with another blogger, right? Another YouTuber. Soon as he did that, that opened the floodgates. Flakko, Whack 100, I mean everybody, respectable rants, video on top of video, commentating on top of commentating, right? Whole lot of speculation. But until this happens, Adam and the No Jumper staff gets a visit from none other than the police. So this is where it starts, and we're going to break it down to the events happening prior, not even prior, I mean after Adam tells you that the police came to No Jumper, right? Event after event after event, people talking, the streets is talking. You know how the YouTube streets is already, but the streets is talking. You understand? So stuff is getting tricky, man. We about to find out what's really going on. It's a lot of players in this. Everything from YG to Drakeo to Flakko to No Jumper to even Loose Cannon.
So when I called YG, and I was like, YG, like, I'm not gonna be there. You better not let nothing happen to my. And then he was telling me, he was like, I don't feel comfortable without you going and stuff. The next day, his girl calling me, telling me that he just died. I'm like, you lying? 6-0, you lying? I get a call from his mama, and his mama was like, my son died. He's gone. And really me up, but I never thought, because he was telling me, he was like, I didn't trust Ralphie. Ralphie's a... So when I...
Y'all never believe this one. But with that being said, stay tuned to the end of the video. If you like this video right now, give it a thumbs up. And let's get into the content at hand. This is Adam letting y'all know that the police came looking for Munchie over the Drakeo Ruler, over the Drakeo Ruler murder. Let's go.
I'm gonna say what happened. And also, what I'm about to say might be the reason why this podcast is cut short, perhaps.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hopefully not. But okay. Yesterday, sheriffs come here. Or not sheriffs.
CHP, California Highway Patrol.
Okay, they come here. They're looking for Munchie. Josh says, what are you looking to speak to him about or whatever? And they say, we're investigating a murder. And Josh, I guess, takes the card, texts Munchie, tells him, gives him the phone number or whatever, and that was that. Then today at, I don't know, 11 a.m.? 11:30? They're back. Same dudes, plain clothes, driving like a regular truck or something, I guess. And they, again, approach Josh and for some reason offer more information. They say, we're looking for Munchie and Adam, and that we're looking for them because we want to have a conversation about an investigation that we're doing into the murder of Drakeo the Ruler.
So first off, Adam was so excited to break this news. He was so excited to be messy, to say that the police came up there to question someone, to just give it this weird nostalgia, right? This real persona to make it seem like, oh, we're more gangster than what it is, or this life is so intriguing. Like, Adam wants to be this cool white boy gangster lover, right? You know what I'm saying? It's still hard for me to accept that, right? But in this case, he wants to expose that the cops came looking for Munchie B, right? And Munchie B sitting there like, yeah, ain't no wrong. I ain't do nothing. You did it all. You spoke too much. That's why they want to come holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that it was California Highway Patrol started raising eyebrows to a lot of everybody, right? I mean, there's a lot of talk saying that California Highway Patrol don't come investigate no murders. What is CHP doing there? Is Adam and them running the play? Are they really running the play on this? Are they trying to fool us? We know that the California CHP is California Highway Patrol, man. They only pull you over on the freeway. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not worried about no other stuff. Well, at least that's what we thought, right? But let's get into this, because they actually pull up on YG the next day. Well, the day of the Verzuz. YG versus Game. Yeah, that morning, YG almost didn't make it. So let's get into this content. TMZ releases, right, of YG getting put up on by the CHP and 2 plainclothes officers, like Adam said. Wow. So they walk with YG around the corner. Who knows what they're going to go talk about, or if YG has to go show them something. I don't know what is really going on here, right? Adam was correct. It was CHP and 2 plainclothes officers. You hear me? From my understanding, that where Drakeo the Ruler died at, right, was property or the area that CHP patrols, or they handled that. It was their location for that day, right? Their post. So now that's why they are into it, right? They're interested. They come holler, right? They taking names, writing down names, and they come to do their job, right? But my thing is, did YG bring this on himself? If you don't remember, YG just dropped a song recently, right? Dropped a song recently. The lyrics to the song is crazy. First of all, it's called We Know the Truth, or You Know the Truth. A slight diss to Drakeo the Ruler. Not only that, he's explaining himself all through the song, saying how he didn't do it, how he wasn't there, why would he do this and all that. And to me, the police want to, we wasn't even thinking about you, boy. Now we thinking about you, right? So not only did they pull up on Munchie, they came for YG the day of the Verzuz. You know what I'm saying? And they're looking for evidence. From my understanding, they're trying to put it 1 and 1 equals 2. They're trying to make it make sense, right? Yeah, man, like I said, it was tricky that morning of the Verzuz. We might have didn't have a Verzuz. And even YG took it a step further by acknowledging that he almost was arrested, detained, and didn't make it at the Verzuz on stage with the gang. Let's go.
Hey, gang. Hey, I almost ain't make it to this day. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look. I almost ain't make it, but I'm in this spot. Hey, look. I woke up. The TMZ said, I said, oh, blood. No. Chin up, chest out. What's that? I get blood immediately. Blood said, hey, you almost see me?
Try to get my. Gotta be quicker than that.
That nigga Gabe said, "Oh, blood. No, blood, not blood." Gabe needed this versus to happen. YG get booked, versus over. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't gonna be no verses, right? YG makes the verses. Game is a legend, yeah, we know. But YG, obviously, after seeing the verses, you could tell who has the hits, who has LA, right? And YG came to play, man. He came to play ball. Facts, all right? I think the poll said 19-3, which in my opinion is not that big of a difference, but it was a big difference, right? Yeah, man, this is nasty work. You know what I'm saying? And not to make it no better, Flakko, the icing on the cake is Flakko, man. Because he's been highlighting this whole situation. And it's nasty work when Flakko gets involved, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into what Flakko had to say about YG being detained, right? Because according to Flakko knows stuff before it even happens. He tells y'all before it even happens, and y'all never give him credit. So let's get into what Flakko had to say about YG.
People behind the scenes on Friday that the police is gonna pull up on YG today. And what happened? They pulled up on YG today. It appears after today that YG and the B team are finally gonna get held accountable for the conspiracy to murder Drakeo the Ruler. But the question still remains, who is the B team?
This is nasty, okay? Flakko again with the red rag suit, right? With the red rag costume, red bandana, paisley bandana, red. Why are you doing this, Flakko? Stop that. To me, he's antagonizing YG, right? And he's antagonizing the Bloods, and I don't agree with it whatsoever. This guy, Flakko, is a fool. You hear me? He's talking about they finally gonna take accountability for the Drakeo the Ruler murder. What is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, look, Flock, commentating, reporting is one thing, but you're accusing these individuals. You're, like I said, man, some people take their, how you say it, they take their personal opinions and try to make it facts on people, even though it might not be facts. The facts is that they did come talk to YG, but the facts are he's not cooked yet. He's not charged with nothing, convicted, if anything, of nothing. So it just makes this worse when you got Flakko highlighting, painting this picture. And I'm pretty sure YG and them do not appreciate that, right? Yeah, not only that, Respectable Rants hopped in it as well, right? He narrated what Drakeo the Ruler Bodyguard has now come out and said that he has identified YG as one of the knife men, brandishing a knife, right? So, Respectable Rants, shout out to Respectable Rants, because he's going to break it down for us and read exactly, you know what I'm saying, what's going on and what was said by this bodyguard that's pointing out YG as being a culprit. So, with that being said, let's go.
They then asked him what was YG wearing, and he would tell them a black ski mask, black shiny jacket, black pants with a red stripe going down the side, and black shiny shoes. They would then ask, so the other guys were wearing red, correct? And he would say yes. And as you can see right here, which would be the video of the situation, you can see the clothes that he's describing. But we're going to dive into that in a little bit. He would then tell them that eventually they parked their vehicles, and everybody would gather around. And as they were walking to the gate, Drakeo turned around to go put something in his vehicle. He would tell him that he forgot what it was, but he believes that it was a bag. And he would say that as they were walking to the vehicle, he would notice that the 400 camp was walking towards them. But he would say that Chief and Heavily also went back to his own vehicle to put something inside of it. But he would say that him and Drakeo and Chief and Heavily went different ways. He went with Drakeo, and then Chief and Heavily went a separate way. But as the group regathered, Chief and Heavily would tell him that there was an attempted robbery on his chain. And he would say that after that, Draco said, "What the F? Hell no," and immediately ran back towards the pink lot. Draco's security said that he tried to grab him by his shirt collar, but wasn't able to get him. They would then ask him if he followed Draco to the pink lot. And he would say, "Yes, I immediately tried to grab him." They would then ask him, "Then what happened? Did an altercation ensue?" He would then tell him, "Yeah, but he still wanted to do his job by protecting Draco, and that he didn't want to grab him and fight with him, knowing that all the people were coming towards them." He would then say that the brawl broke out, and he would hit the first person coming towards them. And he would tell him that he also brought a knife in that night, but it was inside of Draco's Rolls Royce. They would then ask him how many people were they fighting, and he would say 20 to 25 people minimum. And they would ask him if he recognized anybody in that group of 25. And he would respond and say, "I only recognize one, YG." And they would ask him, so he was directly involved in the fight? And he would say yes, front and center. He would then say how Draco was standing by his side when he was fighting YG and YG's bodyguard. And he would say that YG produced a knife from his left hand. He would then say that when he seen that, he backed up and Draco was standing by his side the whole time. He would then say that more people began swarming and they would attempt to fight off while backing up. They would then ask him, "So you witnessed YG, who you recognized, produce a knife from his sleeve, correct?" And he would respond and say yes. And he would say that he just saw the blade, he didn't see the handle, and that it was a silver blade, almost like a shank made in prison. He told him it was about 3 to 4 inches long, and he was slashing it at him. They would then ask him, did he witness any other knives in the melee? And he would say, yeah, there was a guy on the left of YG that had a knife also. And they would ask him to describe the knife, and he would say the same thing. And he would say you can tell they had a knife because nobody swings a punch like how they were doing in the video.
Man, listen, from what we just heard, this is nasty work, man. You know, and I don't wish jail on nobody. I just hope everybody dot their I's and cross their T's, right? At the end of the day, man, get home safe, get home to your family, man. Hopefully, they can come up from under this, man. It's a lot of scrutiny. It's a magnifying glass being held on YG right now. Every move got to be a chess move, bro. And I think he knows that, right? At this point, he been in the game long enough, right? Hopefully, he don't get tricked out of the spot, man. And let these people, you know, trick him out of the spot. Everything clean on his end, you know. And a lot of the time, bro, you know, these people in this position, they can't control their entourage and the people around, grown men, you feel me, who's gonna make calls on their own. They ain't gotta call YG to do it. They're gonna do it just cause. You know? So, with that being said, man, what y'all think about this, man? You know, like I say, my personal opinion, I think it's foul. I think everybody's in the wrong, right? YG shouldn't have made a song. You know, YG should just kept quiet. You know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing. We're not even acknowledging you right now. But once you open your mouth, now we got eyes on you. You know what I'm saying? Munchie. You should never said what you said. Now you gotta live with it. You gotta deal with it. Simple and plain. Flakko. You know, I don't agree with Flock. But, you know, let Flock tell it. He's just doing his job, which is true. But we don't hold him to the same standard as we hold these street guys, so he gets away with, you know, going crazy on these guys. Which, you know, listen, if y'all didn't do nothing to him, then what makes y'all think y'all gonna do something to him now, right? Flakko is the cheat code. He figured it out, and he's out the way, man. He's gonna continue doing what he do, right? Yeah, man. You know, this is nasty work. You know, hopefully YG come from up under this. Like I said, it's a lot of eyes. It's a lot of people talking. You know, it's a magnifying glass that's just out of this world right now. You know, and he has to be smart with his next decision making. You know what I'm saying? His next decisions he make, he has to be smart about it, right? Because everything right now is vital to his empire, his family, his legacy. Right now, everything's on the line. All because people want to make songs, people want to come on, hop on Clubhouse. It's nasty work, man. You know, once you put that into the atmosphere of the universe, they twist it up, boom, and you get blitzed. You know, with that being said, man, who you think was in the wrong here, man? YG, Flakko, you know what I'm saying? The Bodyguard. I mean, there's so many people playing a part right now with this, man. I don't know who to believe, who to trust, what to think, you know? Just hopefully YG don't go to that chain gang, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay free, brother. You know, With that being said, this is the Rockstar Report. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe right now to this channel. If you haven't already, become a member. Hop in them comments ASAP. Let me know what you think about this video. Please, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to know. I need to hear it in the comments. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Is YG tripping, man? Is he doing too much? Or does he have nothing to hide at this point? You know what I'm saying? Will Flakko resurface in LA? Would he pop up? You know what I'm saying? Will he show face after all this mess? Right? And is the CHP done pulling up on people? Or will they pull up on more people? Will we hear more people? Or will there be more people being pulled up on that we don't know about? Right? Have people already been put up on? Have they already been questioned? You know what I'm saying? That's that. I mean, listen, it's tricky out here, guys. Stay dangerous. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, like I said, like, comment, subscribe to this video, man. This is the Rockstar Report on Smut Free TV. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, you want to see more videos like this, hop in the comments, get my likes up. It doesn't cost nothing for you to support. Become a member ASAP. You understand? Turn on your notifications, tap that bell, smash that like button, follow Smut Free TV on Instagram and TikTok. Hop in them comments. Why? Because every comment counts. And I can't stress enough, when I go live, super chat. You can send donations to the Cash App, Rockstar 2800. All of it is helping for the cause of Smut Free TV. You understand? Building this brand. So stay tuned for more if you want to see more rants, more reactions, more Rockstar reports. It's right here on Smut Free TV.
Don't do something and come back. Don't keep cracking and come back. That's what I said. You not.